everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. That was KISSMET's rendition of Whole Lot of Love, originally by Led Zeppelin. I'd like to welcome Ronnie.
Hello.
Singh from KISSMET.
Hey, hi Jai, how are you?
I'm very, very well. Brilliant to see you.
And you as well.
Let's get straight stuck in. We just heard that track from you. How did that come about? And tell us about KISSMET and how long you've been together, who are in the band. I want it all.
Okay, so KISSMET is a UK-based band, and we have taken... So I'm Indian, and my brother is Indian as well. We're of Sikh origin, and we've taken the music that we used to listen to at home, which is Bhangra music, traditional Punjabi folk songs, and we fused them with the music that we were listening to at school, which was rock, Led Zeppelin, Cream, Hendrix, Genesis, all sorts of stuff. So we have taken traditional Punjabi folk songs and fused them with Western rock. And on a Thursday night, we'd always be sitting at home watching TV, and the Top of the Pops would come on. And I'd listen to the start of Top of the Pops and hear that Whole Lot of Love riff, and to me it sounded like Indian music, because the riff is just... And I'll be sitting there listening, thinking, and I'm like, wow, this sounds, I couldn't differentiate between Indian music or English music when it was just the beat and the guitar riff. So years later, when my brother and I became musicians and we hooked up with a guitar player and a drummer and a bass player, and I said to him, can we try something with Whole Lot of Love? So they started playing the riff, and I just started singing, and wow, it just sounds incredible. I could sing a Punjabi song over the top of Whole Lot of Love's riff. And
you don't call it Whole Lot of Love, do you?
Oh no, so in Punjabi, to nut means to dance.
To what?
Nach, N-A-C-H, nach, to dance. So we call it Whole Lot of Nachana, so it's a whole lot of dancing.
Wow.
And, so when you hear that Bhangra beat, when you hear that big ball drum kicking off, you can't help but start putting your hands up in the air, moving your legs, and however it takes you, you just got to move, and that to us as dancing. So it's a whole lot of dancing. That's what we call it.
You said you got together with a bunch of people. When did you do this, and who's in the band, and what instruments do they play?
Well, we've been going for about 20 years now. It's been a long time, but it's taken a while for the country to catch up with us to see what we're doing. And now we've got absolutely fantastic band. I'm so honoured to be playing with the calibre of musicians that we've got. We've got Lewis on drums, just the most amazing drummer. Ben, who's just as good on guitar, and Tom on bass. And then there's myself and my two brothers as well. So I play keyboards and sing, and I'll sing in Punjabi, English, Hindi, and even a song in Sanskrit. And then there's my brother Buzz, who also sings, and he plays a really big drum. It's called a door drum. And then there's my older brother as well, Max, and he plays the tabla drums, which is a classical Indian drum. And then you put that all in a pot, you mix it around a bit, you sing in different languages, different instrumentation, just anything comes out, but it's all good.
So you don't necessarily, because that Whole Lot of Nacha was in Punjabi?
It's in Punjabi and English, yeah. So we do flip into English a little bit as well when we play that song live.
Right, so people who can't understand another language, you will bring us, like you say, a mix.
Yeah, it's really strange.
English. But you say you've got a bass, a guitar, and a drummer. Are they Western instruments?
Yes, we call them our English brothers, and they're just incredible musicians, and they love playing with us because it gives them a chance to showcase some of the different scales that we use, some of the different rhythms that we use, and it's all quite clever, but it sounds very, very simple. And that's the whole idea. What we want to do is that we want people to come along, feel the beat, feel the energy, feel the vibe, and just get involved in everything we do. So we are really animated on stage. I don't know, Jai, if you've ever been to a Bhangra gig, but Bhangra gigs, nobody stands on the side. The whole idea is that everybody gets involved. And when I say get involved, that means put your arms up in the air, hoy, 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 jump about, do whatever it is that you want to do. That's quite strange for a Western audience. A lot of Western audiences are used to just standing there and watching the band. And we tell them, no, this is our culture. Come and become involved in what we do and enjoy the ride, because the ride is so powerful. There's so much energy that we can create when we work together on this.
What do you wear when you go on stage?
Wow, it's a complete fusion again of the East and West. So I wear my turban, and it could be a bright blue one, bright red. I've got an Indian jacket and an Indian top, and then I've got my Levi 501s and some great big boots as well that we jump about on stage with. So it's again a fusion of the East and West.
Who else wears traditional costume?
Me and my brother Buzz, because we're the frontmen of the band, and we want to highlight that again. It doesn't matter what you wear, so long as it's bright and it's beautiful, and it could be Eastern attire, could be Western attire. So long as it looks good, that's all that matters.
And the other guys wear what, jeans and a t-shirt?
Yeah, we leave that up to them. You say, it's an opportunity for them to reflect who it is that they want to be as well.
Oh, you said earlier you play the keyboard, and Buzz, your brother, plays what?
Oh, right. So it's a big Indian drum. It's called a dhol drum, DHOL, and it's played with sticks. So it's a big drum. It's really loud, just as loud as a drum kit. So when you get a really amazing drummer and Buzz playing his dhol drum over the top of that as well, it's incredible. You hear that beat, you just can't stop moving to it. Jai, you've been to a couple of our gigs in the past, and it's an amazing sound. You can't tell whether that's an Indian sound or whether it's an English sound. It's just a great sound.
And it's about atmosphere as well, isn't it? Because when you perform, there's a certain energy that comes across, isn't there, from you? It's not just the music.
Yeah, well, this is what we do, is that we encourage everyone to join in with us to do whatever we're doing, because the amount of energy that we can all create when we work together is just amazing. It's not the band performing to an audience, it's the band and the audience becoming one, and so we all perform for each other. And when people feel that energy, there's a lot of negative energy around at the moment, but when you feel the positive energy that okay, we're instigating it, but we're asking everyone to add their little bit to it as well, and then when everyone does that, the positive energy, people are just buzzing when they leave, and so are we. Sometimes after a gig my face will literally be hurting because I've been smiling so much. It's just a wonderful part of life to incorporate into who we are.
You're saying about performing live. Are you performing live at all this year in August?
Yeah, we've got a couple of gigs coming up. So we've got we are playing the Lindisfarne Festival, which is in Berwick-upon-Tweed, and that is on the 29th of August, and then the Off the Tracks Festival in Castle Donington on the 31st of August as well. So that's they're two fantastic festivals. Come along to them if you can, and come along and see what we do, because we are very different to anything else that people will see at the festival. So if you want to experience a little bit of Indian culture, a little bit of culture that people know themselves, then come along and join in with whatever we're doing.
Have you got many albums? Are you working on anything?
Yeah, so we've got a few albums. They're up on Spotify at the moment, and you can get us on social media, Facebook and everything like that. So the band is KISSMET, KISSMET, and then we've got kissmet.co.uk, our website. But over the winter, we will be working on a new album. I've got to say it's our best album that we've done so far, because not only are we reworking a couple of tracks, but we have also been working with an orchestra. It's a project called the Bhangra Sinfonica. So we have been working with the Orchestra of the Swan, which is one of the UK's most renowned chamber orchestras. And basically we've taken our tracks and added an orchestral backing to them as well. And the composer that I've been working with, David LePage, just the most incredible musician I've ever played with. Just amazing.
Wow.
And that adds another element to what is already a crazy mix.
And that's actually going to be on your forthcoming album?
It is, yeah, and the album's going to be called One People, because we are all one people, and that will be available next year, just before the start of the summer season. So when that album comes out, listen to those tracks, come and see us next summer. It's going to be a real roller coaster ride.
And is that going to be in a mix of languages as well?
Yeah, all again, so English, Punjabi, Hindi, Sanskrit, and as well we change change tongues on the fly as well, in between songs, and sometimes in between the chorus. So the chorus can be a mix of Punjabi and English. It takes a little while to get my head around that, to switch between languages so quickly. But once you do it, then you get used to it, and it sounds great.
Can we play out with another track? What would you recommend we give the people?
Well, a good track will be Govinda. Now, Govinda is a song that has been sung in India for 1,000 years. It was made famous by Kula Shaker, and we like to start with this track, and we also like to finish with this track as well, because what we like to do is say, okay, Govinda, this is the start. People don't know what we're going to do. They don't know which direction we're going to go in. They don't know how they're going to feel at the end of the gig. Then we ask people to reflect upon how our performance and how our music has changed them, because everyone will have changed between the first song and the last song, and it's amazing how people think of it then, because the first time they're a bit apprehensive. Do we like this? Don't we like this? What's going to happen? But by the end of the gig, wow, they've got it, and they're right in the middle of it. It's energy. It's so much positive energy, Jai, and we love that. I mean, what a great way to spend your life. We ask people to come with open eyes, open ears, open minds, and open hearts. And, you know, if we can do this with our music, where we take the good bits from everywhere and we fuse them together so that they sound seamless, why can't we do that with people? You know, look for good people around you, work with those good people. It doesn't matter what colour they are, or what language they speak, or what clothes they wear, or what food they eat. If they're good people, they will be good people, and we gravitate towards each other. And that's the real beauty, you know, when you see good people who they've never met before, but they're all dancing together, they're all singing together, they're all jumping about together. It's an amazing experience.
Would you like to introduce Govinda? And I will say see you soon, hopefully.
Yes.
And love to everybody in the band.
Thank you, Jai, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. And this is Govinda, KISSMET's version.
Ah